got a special guest in the building with us tonight. We are going to be having a special announcement to lead off the show. We got a lot to get into tonight. We want to know what's going on in Philadelphia. We want to know what's going on with Kobe Bryant. We also are going to ask a whole bunch of random questions. SY is back, and we got another host of a show right here on LegacyInternetRadio.com. Actually, we got two of them in here, so we about to get it in tonight, and I can't wait to do it. So we ain't gonna waste no time. Ain't no hashtag Marks J's right now.
It's about that time. It's about that time to get.
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
If they lying,
They must be half stepping.
ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is back in the building, live from the den of LegacyInternetRadio.com. We are, in fact, the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. So glad to have you here listening to us. A few minutes late, we on CP time tonight, which we never are, but we got a lot of moving parts, so we need to make sure everybody was comfortable. So we appreciate your patience. Thank you so much for being down with us. Call us if you want to talk to us at 804-402-2893. Once again, to be down with the flagship show of LegacyInternetRadio.com. As I mentioned at the top of the show, I already teased what we're getting into, so we ain't got to do that no more. But I did mention that we've got some guests in the room, and the special guest I'm going to save till last. I'm going to introduce the crew first. I mentioned that we've got a host from another show on Legacy Internet Radio in the room, and I actually got two of them. So I'm going to start with my man that hosts the show that airs live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio every single Tuesday night, Legacy Internet Radio. We got the illustrious Mr. LP, Steven Sykes in the building. What's going on, brother?
Doing all right. It's the back cave on Tuesdays, but I just wanted to let you know. But hello, everybody. It's good to see you and good to be here on your show.
It's good to have you back at Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J, the
Thank you,
flagship
sir.
show, Legacy Internet Radio, every single Monday night, 7 to 9:30. That man hosts and live in radio every single Tuesday night, live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio every single Tuesday night. Also joining us live from the den, Legacy Internet Radio, the man who set it off, the reason that we are all in the building at the den. He coined the phrase, the den. I got my brother on, I was going to say on the line. Damn it, he's sitting 2 feet from me.
You thought I wasn't going to be here. You thought I won't.
I wasn't sure. I thought I was going to have you the phone, but damn it, I got you in the room. I got Jay Grizzy Green in the room. What's up, brother?
What up? Ain't no half stepping family. Appreciate y'all.
I ain't seen you in the den on Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J.
It's been a minute since I did a guest spot.
Well, you ain't just doing a guest spot. I got your ass here the whole night.
I'm happy. I ain't got to go home.
That's what it is. Yeah, I know that feeling.
Gotta go home,
Lord knows,
player.
I know
That's
that
what
feeling.
it
My
is.
brother. And also rejoining the family. It's her family. She ain't been here in 2 weeks, and I'm glad. I had her on social media last week. She was part of the social media family. But I got my sister back in the room. And y'all know that I was off my game last week because when I was looking over the table, I had a face that was missing. And now that her face is no longer missing, she is back in the den. Legacy Internet Radio's own SYB. But what's up, sis? How you doing, darling?
I'm so excited. I can't wait for tonight to keep it moving.
I'm glad you back, man.
You miss
because
me?
hell yeah,
I missed you too.
I mean, we had a good show last week. I'm glad we had Kate up
Sure
on the line,
did.
and Dating Pool Diva, and Blessed.
And we got a fight going on.
We had a good. Well, we always got to fight. I mean, I said all that nice stuff to introduce you just now, but that shit ain't gonna last.
Oh, trust and believe. I know.
All right, good. Can we start like making faces at each other now?
Whatever.
You done turned
I've
your lip
started
up at me.
already.
Well, good.
When
Lucky,
you get it.
you lucky. I like you.
There's so many lovely faces in this room.
Speaking of those lovely
Oh my
faces,
gosh.
speaking of those lovely faces, what I want to do now is I want to break some news here, live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio. If you follow us in social media, then you already know the news. But I always like to make sure that our new family, of course, speaking of family, right on cue, my sister Joy is saying, "What's up? What's up, Joy?" Sister? Live from the Den of Legacy Internet Radio, starting this Saturday, April 5th, my sister is joining the show, hosting with her crew and her team, and I'll let her introduce her crew. I got my sister Pumpkin of the P Show. You last heard her on these airwaves back in August of 2013. Back then, I told her sister, I said, we want you here. And then finally, the stars aligned, and now my sister P, I'm going to call her P. Pumpkin.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm going to call her Pumpkin or P.
Nobody calls me Pumpkin no more. They changed my name to P.
It's all P. All right, well, good. I got my
You
sister.
good.
I got my sister P in the building with part of her crew here, Legacy Internet Radio's on the P Show. What you got, sis?
Yes.
How you doing?
Hey, well, first of all, we're real excited to be here. Back in August when we came, I told you, I was like, man, I love this studio, man. I was like, man, I'm trying to come over here. You know, but I'm loyal, so I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna let nature take its course. How about that? And do what it do. Oh, really? I'm gonna just let it do what it do. And so, of course, we just decided that we wanted to grow a little, so we decided to go ahead and make that move. Our show, when we start this Saturday, which is going to be on April 5th, the title of the show is, we have two titles, and this doesn't usually happen in radio. You can't have two titles on a show, but we got two. The first title is On the Low. On the Low. And the second title is Why Did We Get Fired?
Wow.
So we're going to have a little fun, and everybody that listens to our show knows it's all about entertainment and it's fun. You learn things on there, but we also have fun. We can joke on each other, and at the end of the show, it's all love, you know. We'll just talk about each other the whole time. And I have Ken with me, Ken Barbie. Ken does Catching Up with Ken on the show, which is an entertainment segment. You want to tell them a little about it?
Can I curse?
They let you cuss here.
You can't. It depends on the cuss words.
You just can't cuss on the P Show.
Yeah, there's certain words that are not fan friendly, but speak your mind, my brother. What you got?
I just wanted to check because, like she was saying,
you want to say shit?
I mean, if I can.
Say shit.
Shit, I haven't been able to say that in so long in radio. It's just exciting.
Say it again.
One more time.
Shit, it just feels good. It just rolls off the tongue.
One more shit. One more shit. Say shit again. There you go.
You just had to get it out.
My brother. All right, what you got, man?
But no, I do the entertainment news on the P Show. It's called Catching Up with Ken. That's why I wanted to make sure that I could curse, because it gets real every single week with the craziest entertainment stories from MissKenBarbie.com. So we're just excited to bring all of the P Show to the Legacy Internet Radio. Excited.
Definitely.
I'm definitely excited to have you all here. We definitely gonna have you here, and I want to get a little bit more from you, P, in a minute.
Y'all are some Brandon fools.
Yes. Always. I came in the door with flyers. Don't play with me.
When we was,
Sure
how
did,
we
y'all.
used to say, Mark J, when we was at that
a place that we used to be on.
I said when I first met
Don't
P,
say
I was like, P, every time I say you the hardest working sister in the city of Richmond.
That's what they say. That's my title.
That's what
It's like James Brown's daughter, right?
You can't turn around and you don't see P, and then you see P, you see Ken. I'm like, God, I'm tired of seeing y'all, motherfucker.
I think everybody feel like
You said ma, huh?
Ma, yeah,
You said ma.
I just
You didn't say it all the way out.
Tip my cap, welcome y'all to
Thank
Legacy.
you so much.
It's cool. We got my sister Joy is listening to us. She is one of our favorite people in the whole world.
Yes.
Listens to us every single week on Legacy Internet Radio. She's saying hey to you, P. So you got
Hey,
another fan.
Joy. Make sure you please listen to us. Like, she would definitely enjoy the show. The co-host couldn't be here tonight, Wendy. Wendy is our co-host, and Wendy keeps us on our toes. Like, we might be over here, and we get ADD on the radio. She's like, look, all right, y'all, time. She'll be like, okay, it's time to stop. So, the P Show, when I created it, I wanted to create an outlet for indie artists, businesses, just somewhere for them to come and get a free interview and play their music or promote your business just for free. Long as you gave me an interview, then I'm giving you something on my station. You're giving me something because you're giving people something to listen to. That's how it started off, and it grew from there. I was able to interview, I interviewed the real Freeway Ricky Ross. I interviewed Silk the Shocker, Chingy, The Game, Lil Mo. It's just a list of artists, but not only that, when I would have those big name celebrities, I would link it with a local artist in whatever city, because we're worldwide. So I had artists from all over the world like calling in, and it's worked for us. So then Ken has been with us for like the last year with the entertainment. And
Hasn't
then
it been
Wendy,
the best year of your life?
Yes, it has. It has. Yes. And then Wendy's been the co-host for like the last 2.5 years, and she has Wise Chat with Wendy, and it's kind of like if you're looking for somebody to help you with business tools, or we always learn lessons when we do it. It's like every 2 weeks we'll have Wise Chat with Wendy, and then we have a live DJ, which of course DJ Fantasy. You'll be hearing some of his mixes on here, and he also chimes in on the topic. So we'll have topics, juicy topics. They're not boring. And we expect people to call in and talk with us because we like it. We like the conversation.
And when you expect people to call in, tell them how they can call us.
Y'all have to call us on our new number. It's 804-402-2893. Y'all have to call us on Saturdays, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to legacyinternetradio.com, or you can log on to thepshow.com, and you can also download the TuneIn app, but search Legacy Internet Radio on TuneIn. And TuneIn is great because you can download it to your smartphone, search it, play it, cook in your kitchen, clean up your house, and you can still play it. Cut it on your laptop. Whatever, that's what's great about internet radio.
You know what's cool about that? When I'm listening to Enliven Radio on Tuesdays, I'm usually listening to it in my headsets, and you guys can see me. I got my headsets around my neck right now. I'm usually producing the Green Room, so I'm usually here when Jay Grizzy and comedian S. Lissa P do their show, and I call in oftentimes to the sports show Clutch, the sports show for you on Fridays, and the newest show, All Throttle Radio, that took over for that other show that we used to have here on Legacy and Net Radio. All Throttle Radio now takes over the Thursday night spot, and I occasionally am here with them. I could tell you firsthand, not just because I'm part of Legacy and Net Radio, but we got some good stuff here.
Oh my God, do we not?
We got some. I don't want to make this out to be an infomercial, but the truth of the matter is, if I wasn't a part of this crew, that's why I'll be listening. Now, you started off with your affiliation with Legacy and Net Radio as a fan of the programming. Tell us a little bit about your experience listening to our programming and saying, you know what, I'm going to be down with them cats.
Oh, my God. Listen, I tell you, I can't tell you enough how every day, guys, every day I will go home and get in my bed. I have my cool down period after my 9 to 5. And I have my chocolate chip ice cream, and I sit up in my bed. And Monday nights, I'm tuning in. And I'll be sitting in my bed going, that's not right. He's so funny. Oh, snap, you going to take that? It's just like all week long, there's something good going on. And when I met Marcus, I mean, we just clicked. Like, I knew him. He knew me. We just clicked. And the next thing I know, he's like, yo, hit me up. I got to ask you something. And I'm like, okay.
I remember. It was July of last year. I remember that conversation.
Yep. And he did, and I did. And before we even got there, we hosted together.
On where?
We hosted together on Enliven Radio. I was the host. There was none of this here. And Marcus was my co-host.
That was her audition, and I said, you know what? if I let Steven Sykes, Mr. LP, get a hold of this one, he's going to take her, and I'm a loser. So what did I do? Right after it, because we did it for 2 weeks.
Yep.
And after we did it for 2 weeks, I said, she's mine. I'm taking her.
Me up like I was a large bottle of Crown Royal.
Snatched it. Ooh, you said Crown Royal. You know, that's close to my heart. That's what's up.
And it's just been fun. He was like, I want you to be on my show. I want you to be a regular. I want you to be one of my co-hosts. And I was sitting in my, no lie, I was in my car like this, talking through my fingers. My eyes are bulged. My eyes are like, oh, is he sitting? I'm sitting in the car shaking, jump like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
We definitely.
And here I am.
We definitely
It's
glad.
fun.
It's a family atmosphere here, Legacy.
And that's what's great about it. Everybody just get along and just come together, working together. And I hate drama, so I noticed that there's no drama over here. I've never heard this station's name involved in any drama.
One thing that I could tell you is that if you bring drama, you get cut out. It's that simple.
You brought drama.
If you bring drama to Legacy Internet Radio, you get cut out like cancer, because drama is a cancer, and you got to go. It's that simple. And so, you know, I don't speak, you know, that in any disparaging way towards anybody. If you know, if you bring drama, you got to go. It is what it is. Ain't I Steppin, Marcus, JP? You got a few minutes? Can we get into some what the hell?
I would love it.
All right, Steven, Mr. LP, I want you in on this one first, because we know that you have an opinion of this first story simply because you got into it in social media. So I am going to set it up, and I want you to knock it down.
Not a problem.
Does that work for you?
That'll work for me.
All right, I want to get everybody involved. Ken, I want you in on this one. P, I want you on this one. Of course, Jay, and that's why I want you on this one first. I'm getting this one from CBS Sports, and part of our tagline is the top sports stories of the week. Now, we don't sit down and break down football games like we used to do in the original Green Room when we was on that website that we used to be on, where we all originally met, P and J, Grizzy, and Marcus J, when we all made acquaintances with each other. But we occasionally, if it's a mainstream story, Mr. LP, we want to get into it. Mainstream stories with people like, I don't know, Ray Rice maybe. Yeah, I see you laughing. So let me set it up for those folks that don't get the giggle. I'm getting this from CBSSports.com, and it's a sports story, but not really a sports story. You'll understand why. Ray Rice and his fiance, who is now his wife. If you remember, and I can read the story. I don't want to read the story. I'm going to just give it to you the way I know it, and then let Mr. LP run with it, and then the rest of the crew get in it. But basically, Ray Rice is a football player for the Baltimore Ravens, and there was a video that came out about February 15th, actually, was the date. Altercation in a New Jersey casino between Ray Rice and his previous fiance, Janae Palmer, who is now his wife, who he married a couple nights ago, actually this past Friday. He beat her ass, y'all. He didn't just beat her ass, he beat her down. He beat her up pretty good. And you can see in the video where she was unconscious and he's dragging her out of the elevator. He beat her down. And you got his lawyers saying that they deny that he committed an aggravated assault. Neither Ray nor his fiancée, Janae Palmer, wish to prosecute the matter. Ray and Janae are together. They're happy, and they are counseling. This is what his attorney said. We believe the matter of law that Ray Rice did not commit aggravated assault. We ask the public reserve judgment until all the facts come to light. Now, I don't want to really, P, I don't want to say too much about my opinion. I'm going to get you in a minute. But I don't want to say too much about my opinion, but I just want to ask you a question before I get Mr. LP jump in. Right. If you got it on video, it's kind of like a fact, right?
That happened, right?
If you see it, right?
I'm just trying to say.
I'm just trying to
say. I
say.
just can't understand how they just push that back in the corner.
If you saw it, right? All right.
Yeah, it's a video.
It's a video, right? Mr. LP, why don't we get your... there he's doing the shoulders like he about
oh
to
my
get
God, we got the video, people.
Of course.
Of course, we have Ken Barbie in the building, so he's going to go find exclusive footage for you.
My man Ken. That's what
and
I'm
this
talking
is
about.
A beat down, y'all.
Yeah, it's a beat down. All right. We
Sorry,
gonna,
listeners.
Hey, Pete, we gonna try to be grown ups. We're gonna be grown-ups. We're gonna be grown-ups. That's why we're gonna be grown-ups.
I'll do my best.
I can't be a grown-up with this one.
I don't know about this
The
one.
little kid in me is coming out. I'm gonna let Mr. LP jump in. Let me stop clowning. What you got, bro?
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna break it down like this. I'm gonna be a little bit harsher than I normally am.
Oh shit.
I don't give a damn who started the fight.
You said a bad word.
Okay, I could care less.
That's like the F word for him.
Okay, like I don't give a damn who started the fight. Too many people is like, we don't know the whole story, don't know the situation. I'm looking at the facts. The fact of the matter is, I could care less if she just slapped you, pushed you. There were no weapons involved. If she didn't come at you with a knife or gun, anything. You're in the small corner. And whether you're a big guy or a small guy, she can get mad. You just let her talk, let her yell, whatever, and you walk away when you get your stop. Heck, press the button, get off a flight sooner. But you knocked this woman out. You didn't even have the gall to either carry her over the shoulder or carry her like she was drunk, something. You dragged the woman out. And then now you just dumb. Two, what kind of woman are you? Now, granted, they have a child, and some women say they want a lifestyle child, but what kind of self-respect do you actually? You don't have any. That you're going to sacrifice and let your daughter and be involved with a man that has no respect for you, and you still won't get married for the sake of trying to look good for a public image, because obviously y'all been together for a while beforehand. There was reports of him cheating or whatever, we don't know. But then now you're married. But it's conveniently you're married and you think your wife is going to get immunity. But fact of the matter is, in Maryland, you can, and also in Vegas, there's no immunity if the incident happened before you're married. So there's no marriage spousal immunity going on there. So he needs to really get himself straight. She needs to get counseling. And the fact that you got married and you're in counseling, you should have been, not saying that you can't have counseling, but you should have got this stuff worked out before. Now, apparently he's this, that, and the other community, all fine and good, but it doesn't matter because in the end, she got her butt whipped.
P, you seen the video. What's your thoughts?
I'm just tripping right now because he drug her out, threw her in the hallway, and then they kind of kicked her over, trying to see why she's not up.
If she's still alive.
And then she starts, and then also on the video, and you can pull the video on YouTube, guys. Ken, what did you search?
It's everywhere.
Ray Rice, just search Ray Rice drag, search it, and you'll see how he just drags her in the hallway. And it's probably on TMZ too, so just look around. But the fact that he drug her out there and then they kind of kicked her over, and it was someone else with him. Nobody even care about this lady, and then she started lifting up, kind of, I guess, coming to. Mm-hmm. But I just don't get it. This is not okay. It's not okay to sweep it under the rug.
That's why. What you got?
Before, man. I'm so uptight. Nobody helped this lady. Nobody helped her. Y'all watched her get a beat down in public. Not a man was in the building, apparently, that they would help her. Unreal. I would put every light of fire up under that butt as possible, and girl, you better run like hell.
What you got, Grace?
Ain't there yo got this song called Got That Check? I got a check. She got the check, yo. Look, it's true, like you said earlier. She got the one hit quitter. It was alleged that, and Steven said don't matter what she did, but I've been in those situations, Steven. Sometimes I do, especially if your sack is on the line. So, not to say that I've done with Ray, right? I ain't big enough to knock no check out, but it was alleged that she spat on him, and probably in some type of roid rage, he handled it. Now, what I saw on the tape was, all I saw was her laid out. We don't really, allegedly, we don't know what happened in the elevator, because she was, all the TMZ caught was she was laid out. I don't know, forgive me, was it more than that, Ken? Did it show the physical punch?
When I saw the video, I didn't see anything, Ken. But for what I saw in the video that you just saw, that I saw months ago when it happened, I seen enough. Ken, what's your thoughts,
that was actually my question. Have we seen that he actually hit her? Because I know it's been a couple of nights that I've had to drag Pumpkin out of a club. So,
where's the mic? Can I get the mic, please?
You need the volume. You
really?
Need to cut them off.
This is becoming personal now.
We got have some fun, y'all.
But I'm just saying, she could have just been drunk and had a fun night. I mean, he shouldn't have dragged her. He was a big guy. He could have put her over his shoulder, but maybe he didn't smack her.
Joy is saying, what the hell with these athletes and domestic violence? You guys know that's nuts. I agree. I don't think that I need to add anything to this because I think the crew has kind of said enough. It is what it is. For me, you can't beat your lady's ass. It don't matter what she say to you, because the truth of the matter is we are physical. We could beat you up, but y'all can say stuff to us that kind of does the same thing to us. Mm-hmm. And we need to make sure that we don't impose ourselves physically by physically harming you, no matter what you say. It's just, it is what it is because we know, just like y'all know, that there's certain things that y'all could say that could cut through a man like you wouldn't believe, and y'all know it.
So the bus driver with the uppercut on World Star back in the day?
Nah, you can't punch a lady in the face, man.
You going to jail?
I know.
You can't punch the lady in the face. Because the truth,
she kind of deserved that one.
But the truth is,
we can all admit that putting a hand on a woman is outright wrong. We all can admit that.
Now you can't. Don't get it twisted.
There you go. I'm
not going to say that I don't understand knocking her the hell out, but I'm saying, and I'm on record as saying that you can't do it. They know, fellas. Trust me. They know what the hell they can say that will cut you through and through.
And future Mrs. Rice
and they know what it is that they can say that get you to that point. But you gotta rise above that. You can't knock her out. Ain't no hashtag with Marcus J. Grizz.
Yo,
Desean Jackson got released by the Philadelphia Eagles. There are some that are saying that it's unfair that he was released, because the Philadelphia Eagles mentioned that part of why he was released is because of his alleged gang affiliation, air quotes. I got some comments that I can add to this, but I'm going to kind of hold on to it and see how the conversation fleshes out. I got so many comments that I don't know that we're going to get them all in on this one, but I will kind of lead it off by saying that Desean Jackson being released by the Philadelphia Eagles with the reason being gang affiliations to me is questionable, to say the least. I'm assuming I am absolutely holding back a lot because I'm not going to just throw a whole bunch out. I want to see where the conversation goes because I have so much on it that there's different angles.
So we're going to work it back around to you.
We're going to come back to me.
All right. So
we're going to start with you.
My take on this is, first of all, you shouldn't blame Philly. You shouldn't blame Desean Jackson. You need to go and blame my man Aaron. I killed 4 people, Hernandez, because he killed 1, but allegedly he busted a cap and a couple more down in South Florida. But here's the issue with this. Once that situation in Boston happened, where you have an active NFL player that is in commission of a crime and being gang affiliated, now all the other 31 teams in the NFL are going to do more diligent research prior to when you came into the league. So if you do have a Ray or Pookie or give me another good G'd up name, Mark.
A good G'd up name?
Yeah, like out in L.A. or something. Like OG Loke or something. Yeah, if you friends with them.
Ice-T.
Right.
Ice Cube,
right.
Okay.
But they don't kill nobody. They act like they kill people. But if you didn't have that incident, I don't think you would have a Desean Jackson incident. And he said a very important thing in response to being released was that if you look at his record, he's never been in any trouble. He's never gotten arrested. He doesn't have any drugs. He's never been affiliated with anything bad other than he knows some people back from his hood and he tatted up, which doesn't make you guilty of anything. So I think it's just they're overreaching for letting him go after you told him you was going to bring him back at his guaranteed money.
Okay, there's a couple other factors. Regardless of the fact of the gang affiliation, first off, sometimes, even though it may be your boy from back in the day, if you know your boy is still doing wrong and other things, you got to leave sometimes some people alone. Not everybody has the same intentions.
No, you can't.
You got to leave some people behind. So that you should have left that behind.
But what if he put the gun to put the metal to the dome and say, "You got to be my friend. You got to be my friend.
You got to leave it alone."
Okay.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. We getting a call. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Caller, can you hear me? Caller, you finna get hung up on. Caller, you gone.
Yo.
You there? Are you there? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Caller is here.
Oh, I know that voice.
Calling from
there we go. We couldn't get him
Sweet
on
ATL.
I know that voice. That's my brother who?
You good, man?
Who's that calling? Caller, I know who you are. Tell listeners who you are.
What's up, everybody? This is your man K-Dub calling from Atlanta, GA.
K-Dub. 3 games out of 8th place, K-Dub.
What's good? What's good, Grizzy? Hey, baby, we only a game out. But that's a whole nother issue, man. Right. Hey, I wanted to jump in and talk real quick about the Desean Jackson situation. Y'all still...
Yeah, we on it, man. What you got?
Look, I mean, I think that I can understand a little bit of where Philadelphia is going, something that, kind of piggyback on what Grizzy said about, due to the Hernandez situation, teams are really being real, they're using their keen eye in regards to their players' affiliation. But you know what? Hernandez, even Desean Jackson, if in fact this is true, they're not the first players, nor will they be the last players to be associated or even have friends that are in gangs. If that's the case, then it's a lot of people that would need to be released, and that goes pretty much across the gamut of football, basketball, and maybe even baseball. There's a few individuals in the NBA, which I won't name any names, that are way more affiliated to gangs than what may be with Desean Jackson. You even have some NBA players that actually show their gang signs. So I understand where the teams are coming from, because at the end of the day, this is a business, but I mean, does this set a precedent for if you don't necessarily like who this individual may be friends with, that is grounds for being released? You
kind of stole my thunder a little bit, Dub. Hold the line for a minute. I want to ask P about this, because my opinion of this part of it is you got a guy who kind of wore his welcome out. He's a pain in the ass, and they found something that they can use to get rid of him. The thing that they used to get rid of him is the fact that he grew up in the hood, and he had a lot of people in his hood that's not the best of character. And he had a lot of money on his contract where they got people who could do some of the things that he used to be able to do. So here's my question, Dub. Hold the line. This question is for P. It to me appears that he may have gotten dropped because of who he hangs with. How you feel about a sports team dropping a player because of who his crew is?
I don't think that's right. Number one, just because they do certain things or are involved in certain things, that doesn't mean he has to be. And that's kind of like a blow in the face, actually. Like, how does this happen? Is this in a contract or something?
Right.
When they sign the contract, it's like what? No gang affiliation.
It's crazy about that. Ken, let me jump Ken in here. Jump Ken in. I didn't mean to say.
No violence.
I didn't mean to say it like that, but
that's gang affiliation.
I mean, how do you kind of piggybacking off the question, Ken, that I just asked P. If you are growing up in a neighborhood and you ascend, because we all finna do that, right? At Lexi and the radio, we finna, that's why. Finna all grow up. But, once we do that, Cam, how do you feel about someone telling you that you can't be cool with the people that you used to be cool with, that you grew up with? I mean, just because they wild out, does that automatically mean that you wild out?
It doesn't, but at the same time, I feel like as you grow, it's certain people that you can't take to the next level with you. Certain people can't get out of that gang or any other necessarily wrong mindset so that they can ascend to that next level. So, I mean, depending on what those people are doing, maybe they shouldn't be there.
Right. No,
everybody can't go with you as you grow. That's some true stuff right there. Can I throw something out there
real quick?
I'm going to let you throw something out there. Make it quick, because I'm going to ask one more question while we're talking about sports style stuff that I want your opinion on before we transition into a break. So real quick on this one.
I got you. What's old boy the wide receiver in Dallas?
There's a bunch of
young dude,
Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant? You talking about Dez Bryant?
Dez Bryant. Do you think that the Dallas Cowboys should release him due to the history of his mother?
Wasn't he beating up his mother? His mother beating up him? There was some kind of story about that. I don't want to misrepresent.
Moms, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong in some way, form, or fashion, but Moms was living that thug life.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
Does the
if she
Dallas
living it.
Cowboys, does the Dallas Cowboys get rid of Dez Bryant because his mother, not a friend, because his mother leads a life that is a little bit, on the other side of the track?
Yeah,
It's still his mother, so he's going to have some type of relationship with her.
Well, you know what's crazy about that?
Well, I'm gonna say this right now. That's my team. Y'all not about to let no players go off my team. That's all I'm gonna say.
P is a Cowboys fan. But listen, let
Fall
me
back.
just say this about the Eagles. I said that I didn't want to say much, and for the most part, most of my comments kind of made their way out, even though I didn't state them. My crew did here. But, you would rather have a known racist in the name of Riley Cooper on your team. You would rather have, a guy who is a convicted felon on your team, who's no longer there, who left as a free agent in the name of Michael Vick, versus a guy who you think he might have some friends that have done some stuff. I also add that when the LAPD were contacted, they stated that Desean Jackson has not been connected to anything with regards to any of the crimes that they're investigating with any of his friends. He may know them, but he's not connected to them. And I'll be honest with you, K-Dub and I grew up in the same neighborhood in Jersey City, New Jersey. I cannot speak for him. I can speak for myself. I know some people who aren't the greatest of character, and just because they aren't the greatest of character doesn't necessarily mean that I am a part of that. And so, it is what it is. Ain't no hashtag on Marcus J. I want to move on.
And we know the same people, man.
Yeah, we know the same people. Ain't no hashtag on Marcus J. All right.